Welcome to What You Smokin On podcast. Follow me for equity.
Whoa. What you smoking podcast. Getting right. Rolling tight. Up there smoking that sticky tonight. Inhale. Exhale. Don't cough. Don't choke. Just breathe in slow and hold the smoke. Yeah.
Here we go, another day with OG Piru, Ayatollah Marv, back at you. This is Thirsty Thursday. Let's get it on. What you smoking? What you smoking in your town? Let's get around. Can we have roll call? AZ, where you at? Yeah. Hey, Big Nate. Texas, Big Texas, where you at? Let's call it out. Big Houston, Dallas, Texas, South Carolina, North Carolina. Roll call. Louisiana, where you at? What you got going? Hey, look at here. We're trying to get it in. Let's make it move here. Today, we got another fine day, another great show coming at you with What You Smokin podcast with Potts Grove Farms, a private IPO that you can go in and help relieve the wealth gap in the Black community. That all you have to do is sign up in Potts Grove Farm and become a stockholder in the fastest growing business in America, the cannabis industry, the fastest growing industry that we got that's going on, and it's going up and it's getting bigger and bigger. Right now, the Gallup poll says cannabis is a major item being smoked in America, and cigarettes are on a decline. The most cigarettes have ever been in 100 years. So cannabis is coming in with the laws and restrictions that they made on menthols, the way the big money market is phasing tobacco out and phasing cannabis in. It'll be a multi-billion-dollar industry, which is a billion-dollar industry right now. Last year, the cannabis industry made $43 billion, just cranking up. By 2030, they will make over $90 billion in the cannabis industry. And for Potts Grove Farms to get 1% of 90 billion, that's $90 million. So you just think that if you're in the street, and those that you've been in the street and known, if you're a hustler in the street every day and you don't make but 1%, you better go get you a job at McDonald's. It's that hustling ain't for you. So at the minimum, when we make 1% will put us over. And when we make 20%, take 10%, just 10%, and count 10%, 90 billion 10 times, 90 million 10 times, then all of us will be over just for following. All you have to do is follow. This is called sweat equity with crowdfunding. It was a bill passed by President Barack Obama in 2012 called the Jobs Act. And in that, he made it accessible for anybody to get into the stock market for virtually free. No restrictions, no recourse. And with that, you can go into the stock market with sweat equity. Only thing we know about sweat equity as Black folks is GoFundMe, the GoFundMe program. That was initiated by sweat equity. And white America only lets you know that part of it. But there's a bigger part, is that if you gave me $1 million and I spent $1, I wouldn't be a millionaire anymore. But with 1 million people following me, 1 million people, that will make me a unicorn, because 1 million people, if they give another friend, they multiply. The word of mouth is big, bigger than you know. This is why the entire industry, when you go get a car, they ask you to put in 5 of your friends or 5 relatives. That's advertisement. So they just made your one sale, and out of that 5, they're expecting at least 2 to come around if you're a satisfied customer. So in that retail marketing business is in the same as the stock market. People are way more valuable than money is. So we have to understand where we at and get into a financial status of making sure that we're part of, not a cause of, the economic break. We may want to break it to make it good for us, not just being a victim of it. So PottsGroveFarms.com, come in, subscribe, get your stock certificate, and follow me for equity. And as we go, here we go. Let's get into the law. Like I told you before, the Gallup poll is saying that there are 50% more marijuana smokers and a 75% decline in cigarette smoking. And the American tobacco industry is making it where they can make sure you start smoking cannabis. This is what they're trying to do, and we need to be a part of that. Now, let's go to Texas. Texas got some stuff going on. They're in a big debate. Well, they're in a big, it's not actually a debate. It's a back and forth with the sovereign state of Texas. The governor, Greg Abbott, and this governor, I didn't know he was paralyzed in 1984, got hit by an oak tree, and he was paralyzed from the waist down. He should be an advocate of cannabis because that'll heal a lot of his pains. But it says Texas Democratic Party is calling out Republican City candidate Ken Paxton, currently the state's attorney general, for dodging a cannabis question. Texas Democrats say the candidate James Tellerico is suggesting that his opponent for the seat of state attorney general, Ken Paxton, Republican, supports keeping marijuana illegal and abandoning hemp THC products in order to enrich the big beer and tobacco lobby that are donating to his campaign. And so they got this big debate going on the logistics of cannabis, and Houston, Texas has just put an order in. They had over 50,000 demonstrators, voters, to vote to decriminalize cannabis, and they're putting it on the ballot in November in Texas. The senators in Texas, the seat in Texas, is saying that they have money for other resources and crime elements that they would rather place into than criminalize it, with the police trying to make cannabis a felony. So they're suggesting that police can stop you for cannabis in the state of Texas, but they cannot arrest you for possession of cannabis. They can take the cannabis, they can seize it, but to give an arrest and to take you to the courthouse, Houston, Texas says nada. It's not going down. So that's the big debate in Texas. And you have North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, all of these, and Virginia. And Virginia is kind of swaying back and forth, but those are tobacco towns. And if you go through South Carolina and North Carolina right now, you'll see the tobacco fields are virtually empty or drying up. but you'll see these big tents, miles long. They got grow tents. So Marlboro, Philip Morris, they are converting cigarettes and transporting it into cannabis. And as I told you before, in the next 36 months, you'll be able to buy a pack of cannabis at 7-Eleven. And once they get it started, the wheel is in effect right now, and we're sleeping on it. But you better be prepared for this. And instead of being a consumer, become a producer, and don't smoke for free. Get equity. Make what you're smoking, make it pay off for you, because cannabis is not going nowhere. It's really in, and we really need to be a part of it. And with Potts Grove Farms, we're the first cannabis corporation that don't grow weed, we don't sell weed, we don't manufacture it, we talk about it. We're the Cisco and Ebert of the cannabis business. We go into the grow farms, we go to the dispensaries, we go to the growers, we go everywhere, wherever it has something to do with cannabis. We want to find out what's really happening. We don't want to be in the lurch of any of this. So here we go. We got King Louis VIII is a indica dominant hybrid strain which is super strong with a 70-30 indica sativa ratio. It is a sensational 25 to 30% THC content. Its strand is named after King Louis VIII of France for a very good reason, and it does not disappoint. The buds are incredibly dense and large, all while being covered with orange hairs. You will notice light greens amongst the whites. It is a treat for any cannabis user, to say the least. The smell is incredibly fresh, heavy, but still sweet at the same time. Additionally, it is very tasty. It is perfect blend of sweet and sours, thus making it ideal strain to medicate with. King Louis VIII will overwhelm your senses, and it is not a creeper. Instead, it hits hard. You will experience a heavy feeling throughout your body and head, all while feeling euphoric and happy. Considering this effect, its strand is recommended for the nighttime use especially. It is the perfect solution for individuals who are suffering from insomnia, as it will knock you out for a good matter of minutes. That being said, King Louis has plenty to offer and is just as effective for treating chronic pains and aches as well. King Louis VIII. Curlato is an evenly balanced hybrid strand, 50% indica, 50% sativa, created as a phenomena of the famous Gelato 33 strand. It is a fan of its parent strand. You're going to be fully in love with Curlato. This bud packs a super sweet, creamy vanilla, fruity flavor with a sugary candy exhale. The aroma is just as delightful, with a sweet, creamy overtone accented by sour, citrusy fruit and hints of light woody pine. The Curlato high isn't quite as vibrant, with the effects that will stimulate both mind and body, but will quickly pull you down into a happy sensation. You'll feel a cerebral tingle hit you within a few minutes after your final exhale, numbing the brain and filling your mind with happy sense of heady sensation. Its tingle will soon work its way throughout your entire body, lulling you down into a relaxed state of pure couch lock and ease. You'll eventually get pretty sleepy, dozing off before you know it. With these soothing effects, its high is 25 to 30% average on THC level. Curlato is often chosen to treat those suffering from conditions such as chronic pain, headaches, migraines, depression, chronic stress, and chronic pain. Its bud has a fluffy, grape-shaped, dark olive nugs with thin orange hairs and coating of thin, white, milky crystal trichomes. That's Curlato, 50-50, 50-50 balance. And we got King Louis VIII is a deep, deep indica that will set you down where you're supposed to be. So with that, let's see what we got going. Young Sims, what's with you, man? What you smoking? What you smoking? Yes, yes. We out here. Man, I appreciate y'all. We got it going on here. And hey, we making it here. We changing it to we taking it to a whole nother level and making sure how we like what's his name from had the clock on. Just pay me, boy. And that's all we want to do is get paid and laid and stay in the shade. But that's what we're doing. Go to potsgrovefarms.com, go down, subscribe, get your stock certificate and become a stockholder, not just in the stock market with penny stocks. We're going all the way. By 2030, we'll be ringing the bell on Wall Street. Potts Grove Farms, we'll ring the bell. You can ring my bell, ring my bell. So that's what we're doing here at What You Smokin podcast. Man, appreciate y'all out. I'll be back 7 p.m. West Coast time, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Ayatollah Marv, OG Piru at you. What you smoking?
Tell me what you smoking on. What you smoking on podcast. What you smoking on podcast.